Yo, this shit OP.
Peace, love, and black empowerment. You are tuned into the Mile High News Channel, Denver's first station for news and entertainment that is for us and by us. With your host, Noble Turner, Sharif Aline, Chairman Sekou, and Jesse Paris. Welcome. Peace, love, and black empowerment. Welcome back to Mile High News, family. This is episode number 37. Good. And as always, I want to thank our viewers. I want to thank our supporters. I want to thank our donators to Unity Community and to Mile High News. And I just want to just touch on the Hidden Colors 5 show that we just recently had.
What's going on, boss?
First of all, I want to thank everyone for being here today. And the conversation and the dialogue is absolutely necessary. Absolutely necessary. Old school has to unite with new school and close the gap.
Absolutely.
Yes.
It's gotta come together.
Yes.
Now, I work in the political arena, electoral politics. And I will be the next United States Senator from Colorado.
Yes.
Unity Party.
And there's an organization that we're working with called the Unity Party that we infiltrated. Okay. And we can get into that at some point. But what I want to share with you is this. This is what a black elected official should be doing, what we're doing now. Okay. And we are developing a group of folk to do this. Now, political education becomes crucial as the key to organization. Without no organization, ain't none of this gonna happen. It ain't about no hope. It ain't about no promises. It's about people like us.
Yeah, man, it was great. It was great. You know what I'm saying? We had a great turnout. You know, people came out, got them some knowledge. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Instead of all this other bull stuff that's going around, and you know what I'm saying? And peace to my brother Sharif. He was out there in the, you know what I'm saying, in the front lines of the Elijah McClain protest.
Yeah.
So definitely, shout out to our brother Sharif. And this is episode 37. This is our youth edition. You know, I wanted to bring my my boys in here just to, you know, chop it up with y'all and, you know, get some, you know, opinions and how they feel about stuff that's going on, you know, right now. And we all need to do that with our kids, fam. We all need to, you know what I'm saying, sit down with our kids and you know, even though they ain't kids, but they are young men and men. But, you know, you need to sit down and see how this is affecting them. You know what I'm saying? When I was going to school, you know, stuff like this ain't happening. You know, stuff like this that's going on now, this stuff was not happening, fam. It's some crazy stuff going on nowadays. You know, and it's, you know, it's some new stuff and then it's some of the old stuff that we've already been through. You know what I'm saying? So tonight we're going to get it in with the boys, and we got another brother too, our brother Jahi Ashe Mullins. He's going to be breaking us off, another youth. I just wanted to recognize our sister, Sister Bantu from Bantu FM. We are on the African Radio Network station, Bantu FM. So you guys check us out. We're going to have all the info about that posted on Mile High News. And I just want to tell you guys, as like every week, you know, I want to give you an update on Unity Community. You know, we're really out there building now. You know, as you guys can see, you know, we're out there getting it, fam. You know what I'm saying? And it's time for y'all to really realize what's going on. And if you don't know what's going on, we are building a We are turning 35 acres into a black community. You know, I'm doing this for my kids, and you know what I'm saying, I'm doing this for y'all's kids too. You know what I'm saying? And not trying to say I'm trying to save all of our people, but a lot of us can be saved doing this. You know what I'm saying? Because as y'all can see, in you can see there's no more options left for us. You know? We've tried everything else. Why not try unity, and why not try, you know what I'm saying, building a community for us and letting our dollar bounce in that community and creating some kind of wealth for us as a people, you know? Why not? Let's try it. You know, what else have we tried that is working? The marching and protesting ain't working. It's a good thing to do, and I don't give any disrespect to any of my people, but let's try something else. You know, just like the other day I was watching the Marcus Garvey film, and you know, it was saying how, you know, everybody was telling them like, what's wrong with you? You know, everybody was shutting them out, and you know, telling them that we don't need our own. Why you want to have our own when we have businesses and stuff like that set up for us? But they're not understanding that those businesses weren't set up for us. Those businesses were set up for them. Just like now, we have to understand that they, you know what I'm saying, they know how to get us to spend our money with them. You know? And they do it every day, and we do it every day. You know, we are the biggest spenders in America, but we don't spend with ourselves. You know, and that's exactly one of the main reasons why I'm trying to create this community, because that's how dollars bounce. You know what I'm saying? And y'all can see, you know what I'm saying? I'm not really in this for money or trying to get rich, but this is going to make us wealthy people, because that's how everybody else does it, and they create wealth. They build their own, and they support their own. And that's going to be the only way, family. So, you know, more from that coming up. Like I said, this is episode 37, our youth edition. So I want to introduce my firstborn son. He is the oldest out of the Noble Turner clan, and we had him. Me and my wife, we had him when we were really young. You know, I was 15 and my wife was 17, and you know, we were teenage parents, and we tried to get along how we got along, and you know what I'm saying? And you know, I feel that we did a great job with this young man. You know, he graduated from high school with a 3.8. He is starting his own comic book, and we're going to show y'all some clips from that too. And yeah, you know what I'm saying? He's really getting it in. So stay tuned for James World Comics coming soon to you. We're going to premiere it on Mile High News. So I want to introduce to y'all my oldest son, Mr. Jalen Turner. So definitely, I just want to ask my kids about how they feel about what's going on with the riots and everything, because we're affected majorly too, but our kids are the ones who are really affected. So Jalen, how you feel about the riots and everything going on with George Floyd and Tamir Rice and Mike Brown and all this? How you feel about that, buddy?
I feel like it's just a repeat over and over again, like Martin Luther King, when he died, it was just a big riot. Everything been destroyed, everything just been burned down, and just we are destroying our community, our business.
Yeah, that's
and
right.
We keep doing, and then a few years later, in the 90s, when Martin King was abused by police, they did the same thing. They do more riot, more chaos, more of destruction.
Right.
And then now George Floyd. That's why it keep doing. It's still the same. There's nothing to solve. There's nothing to solve of violence and
right.
all of this, or racism. I mean, yeah, it did like change, but out of that, what else? Like they can't stop racism.
That's right.
All you gotta do is just, you gotta like change, like not burn down everything, like burn down our business, because we need our business.
That's right. I know that's right.
And we gotta change it.
That's right. So Jalen, are you optimistic about your future? Optimistic, means like, are you hopeful? Do you see like a good future for you and people your age and younger than you?
I hope so. I hope so in my age or in my situation that we don't have to be scared of police. Like we have to help. Like I hope we got a future to help each other.
Oh, that's right.
And not giving up our dreams.
Oh, that's right.
And not fear to embrace our dreams.
Oh, that's right. Definitely.
And we shouldn't be afraid of doing the right thing.
So how do you feel about the new norm? And when I say the new norm, I mean the new norm is, you got to wear a mask everywhere and, you got to stand 6 feet apart with the coronavirus and stuff. How do you feel about that?
It sucks.
It does. I can forget my mask all the time and got to take that 15, 20-minute walk back to the car or go home and stuff. But yeah, I'm sorry, Jay, go ahead.
I had to work wearing a mask all day. I had to go to the store all day. And I had to walk everywhere with my mask on every day. Like, I don't know how serious this pandemic part, but I don't know. It just sucks.
Yeah. Definitely. So, I'm coming from a view from me and your mom. How do you feel, Jalen? Do you feel like being raised by your mom and your dad played a major role in your life? Do you think it would have been better or worse if you didn't have your mom and your dad in your life?
Y'all guys, you and mom did raise me right and doing the right thing. While y'all, I don't know if I accomplished my dream. Dream of being an artist, dream of being dream about doing comics, dream about doing everything. Y'all, I appreciate y'all keep take care of me for the past 22 years.
That's right.
And y'all guys did a great job of with me, my brothers, Jaheim, Jad.
That's right. Thank you, buddy. I'm about to cry up on here on my high news. I ain't crying.
And y'all guys keep make sure we not stay out of trouble or not go around doing something bad, doing something crazy and stuff. And my life will be very better living, being with you and mom, than not having y'all, than as a mother and a father.
Right. I know that's right, buddy. That's right. So yes, that's the oldest, the OG of the Turner clan, Mr. Jalen Turner. Yes, thank you, buddy. Thank you. So yeah, that's right, man. I've ever since I was a teenager, I prided myself on being a good father. You know what I'm saying? I had a great father in my life. You know what I'm saying? And as you guys remember on episode 17, I lost my dad recently this year. And, he taught me how to be a father, you know what I'm saying? And, I try my hardest every day to bring that because, statistics say that 1 out of 3 black young men will are guaranteed to see either jail or the grave. And you see how many I got, right? Yeah. So, you know what I'm saying? I thank God every day, and you know what I'm saying, that stuff stays away and from my kids, and trouble stays away, and keeps me up a lot of nights. I guarantee you that. But you know what I'm saying? That's exactly why we're trying to do this unity community, because I feel that young men can flourish with stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And I honestly sit up and think sometimes, like, what if Mike Brown would have been in a gated black community that really cared about his people? What if Tamir Rice would have been, playing in the little recreation center or whatever he was doing with the little toy gun in a black recreation? In a black community where people actually cared about us, especially his kids. You know what I'm saying? And that's what keeps me up at night, and that's why I push so hard on doing Unity Community, because not just my kids need that, all of our kids need that. Like we say every time on here, we are at war. And when you're at war, they're going to take out the easiest targets. And who are the easiest targets? Our kids, fam. So definitely. Next up, we got my middle child. My executive co-producer, our co-executive producer. I don't know how to say it. We're just by high news. I don't know the shit of it. So he's my middle son, and I'm so proud of him and what he's doing and how he brought my high news to y'all. You know what I'm saying? I had the vision of it. He actually brought that vision to life, and he's a great little guy. So this is my middle son, Mr. Jaheim Turner. Brother Jaheim. So I just want to know, just like I asked your big brother, I just want to know, how do you feel about the riots and Mike Brown and our brother George Floyd. Yeah. Our brother George Floyd and Tamir Rice and Mike Brown. How does that make you feel as a 19-year-old boy? You were always the same age as Mike Brown, you know what I'm saying? So how does that make you feel, buddy?
Man, I remember when that Mike Brown situation first happened.
Mm-hmm.
And that was like a little bit after I had found out about like the Rodney King stuff. So it was just like, dang, I thought times haven't changed in the slightest when it comes to how the police treat us, But that's why I support, this show and stuff like that for, our very own community, where we ain't got to worry about, being killed just for, the smallest of stuff, selling loose cigarettes, just walking home, there needs to be a change. Same with what Jalen has said. These riots are just repetitive, It doesn't result in anything meaningful. They'll give us like a little something just to hold us over, and then,
I didn't make him say this, family. I don't be looking at me. Man. Y'all don't be looking at me. I didn't make him say it, okay?
I did the research. It's crazy, man. Right. And we don't deserve this, We just trying to live like everybody else.
No, that's right, brother. So, as a teen, as a youth, are you optimistic about your future? Do you think things are going to get better for you and our people?
I do. I do think that it could get better. I do think that there's a possibility that it could get better. It's just we need more numbers, Not a lot of people are woke to this side. They just love to play it off,
Mm-hmm.
But I do think that it could happen. I do.
So are you hopeful of your future in all this with the Rona and your little orange haired guy that everybody calls the president? Not me, y'all's president. I'm just playing.
I am hopeful of my future. I mean, I feel like we've dealt with it this long, I'm going to make sure that I prosper, and then I reach back,
That's right. That's what you're supposed to do. That's right. That's right. So how do you feel about the new norm? And the new norm meaning, you got to wear a mask everywhere. You got to look like Darth Vader, and you You know what I'm saying? You gotta stand 6 feet from people. You can't be in major big crowds and stuff. You know, how does that affect you? How do you?
Man, it sucks. Just like you said, man, it sucks. And it just came out of nowhere. Like there was so many plans for this new year that I had, and then everything shut down. It just
Cause my son, he just graduated 2019, and you know what I'm saying. That's what we keep on saying, that you know he got lucky that you know what I'm saying this stuff hit right before he graduated, because he'd be going through the same stuff that my youngest little guy is going through with all this, you know, computer studies and all that stuff. We'll get to him in just a minute. So, how do you feel about the new norm?
like I said, it sucks. Like where did this come from? You know, like it just hit so many people. I know people personally that it just turned their whole life around. People been laid off, you know, and it's just crazy to see. Nobody anticipated this being this crazy.
So do you, and I just want to let all my family know that my son, you know, he came to me before he graduated, and I was the kind of dad that, you know, I wanted my son to go to college. I wanted him to experience the whole university life and do all the, you know what I'm saying, the black college stuff. But, you know, he came to me and, you know, he told me, you know, Dad, I don't want to go to college. You know what I'm saying? And he told me that, you know, he wanted to build and create his own thing. You know what I'm saying? And I couldn't do anything but respect that, you know, because how you gonna hate on that? You know, how you gonna tell your child that you can't go out and do on your own? You have to, you know, do that and go work for somebody else and get trained, you know? So how do you feel about, and your mama told me to ask you this, how do you feel that affected you by not going to college?
So far, it's been hard, you know, making like a company and stuff like that, but I'm starting to get the hang of it, you know? I took like a little break just to, you know, search up on business stuff and, you know, how to create your business, how to monetize it, how to make sure, you know, everything's all cool. And that's basically the stuff that I would have been doing in college, you know? There's so many free sources out there on Google and stuff like that where you could just learn from home, you know?
That's right.
That's
right. So why did you make that decision that you didn't want to work for somebody else? What forced you into?
Man, I've always hated people telling me what to do.
Just like his daddy. He just like his daddy. Go ahead.
Hated it, going through school and stuff like that, and just knowing that, you know, these people could tell you what to do. I don't mean these people in like a negative way. It's just, you know, like teachers and stuff like that. That's their job, right? But me, I've never been comfortable with the idea of somebody just telling me something and I can't dispute it in no way. And then I just gotta deal with it.
I know all about that. Yes.
So I was like, why not be my own boss? You know, make sure that everything is to my vision.
That's right. So I'm gonna take this last time to plug yourself. Tell everybody what you're doing and what you got going on. All right. So yes, that is my middle child, Mr. Jaheim Turner, and you know, like I said earlier, you know, I could never say anything bad about him wanting to go on his own and be his own. You know what I'm saying? You know, I had those, you know, kind of university dreams and, you know, stomp the yard kind of stuff. But, you know, I have even more respect for him going out and getting his own, you know. And that's what we need to teach our kids, fam. We need to teach our kids to go out there and get your own. Don't go to school 8, 9, 10, 15 years just to get out and work for somebody else who don't look like you, you know. So I definitely respect that. Shouts out to our brother, Jai. That's right. So next up, we got the baby boy, the little guy, and he's been through a lot, fam. You know what I'm saying? He was actually not involved, but he was there to watch one of his friends actually get killed.
Tre'Ajalon Lorenz was like most other 14-year-olds. He loved basketball, his family, and he was inseparable from his friends. And tonight, one of those friends is accused of killing him over a pair of shoes.
His family is shattered, as you might imagine. But his sister made time to visit with Denver 7's Lance Hernandez today for an interview you will not see anywhere else.
My son loved him so much.
Tre'Ajalon Lorenz says neither she, her son, nor anyone else in the family got to say goodbye to her little brother, Tre'Ajalon.
He was a baby.
The young teen dreamed of playing professional basketball.
He wanted to just have so much money to where he could take care of everybody. His mom and all his brothers and me and his little sister.
That dream cut short when the 14-year-old was gunned down in this house Wednesday.
My brother got shot on the stairs in the house. And now they're saying that it's not over a gun, it's not over that, but it was over a pair of shoes. It was over a pair of shoes.
Miss Lawrence says her brother and some of his friends were at a car wash near Washington High School when they began arguing over a pair of Jordans. The argument continued at the house. She says the suspect, who police arrested this morning, originally said it was someone else who fired the shot.
The boy that sat there with him and watched him die and watched him go when he should have died at home with us, killed him.
Lawrence said she talked to the other boy's mom yesterday before learning that he was the suspect.
And she told me my son feels so bad. He cries every night and tells me that he sees Trey all over again every time he goes to sleep. But to wake up this morning and know that you were the one who did that to him.
Police say the suspect is being held for investigation of manslaughter, assault, menacing, attempting to influence a public official, and juvenile in possession of a handgun. Lance Hernandez, Denver 7.
A tragedy. And there will be a candlelight vigil tonight. It begins at 7:30 on South Monaco, the site of where that little boy died.
You know what I'm saying? And they got shot right next to him. And, he was, ditching class or ditching football practice. You know what I'm saying? And he actually got a taste of what could happen when you know what I'm saying, when you don't do what you're supposed to. You know what I'm saying? So, me and my wife, we went through a lot going through that because, we could have lost our baby, So, we're getting over that, and we're trying not to, coddle him and keep him in and, close him in from the outside world. But in another word, we don't want to get scared like that again, bro. I had the police come knocking, not even knocking, banging down my door at 1, 2 o'clock because, they thinking that he was involved and he was actually a witness to it. You know what I'm saying? And it messed us up. It made us, it brought us into real life. Because just like I thought that, the statistic that I brought up earlier, the 1 out of 3 black men wasn't going to be true for my kids. In that instant, in that moment, I thought it was going to be. I thought, my son was a goner for a little while. So we've been working through that. And, he's been getting it together. He's done a great job ever since then. He's proven himself. And, I put my dad through a lot, to tell you honestly. So, I was actually expecting. My dad actually told me, you going to have all boys and they're going to put your ass through the same thing you put me through. So, I got lucky for the first 2, and then, it came all back around. But, it is something that I was ready for because, I dealt with it myself. You know what I'm saying? like I told you before, you know, I started off as a young dad when I was 15 years old. I had my oldest son, Jalen, here, you know, and, you know, I didn't know what the hell I was doing, fam. To tell you the truth, you know, about my wife, and I, you know, I think I love her so much. You know, she actually turned me into a father. You know, taught me how to, you know, change diapers and you know what I'm saying, actually be there. What I was gonna be there anyways because you know I had a dad, so definitely they had to have one. So you know, I'm sorry, you was like, dang, what I'm gonna talk about? But you know, I had to introduce you to my youngest son, my baby boy, Mr. Jihad Turner. Also known as AKA Kid Baby. He gonna tell you about that in a little while. So, Mr. Jihad, so how do you feel about, you know, the riots and, you know, Mike Brown, Brother George Floyd? How do you feel about seeing the same stuff on TV that your parents and your grandparents seen on TV? How do you feel about that, brother?
I feel like we have no other resort, you know, like we've tried protesting peacefully, you know, making posts on the internet. It's not helping, you know. Our people are dying, they're scared, they're mad, they don't know what to do, so like we're rioting, yeah. And then if white people do it, then they call it
peaceful
different
protest.
Yeah, peaceful protesting when they're rioting just like us. But it's just crazy.
Yeah, definitely. It is something crazy that, and just like I said earlier, you know, it's crazy that we watch the same thing on the news that our grandparents and our parents watched on the news and seen. You know, it is, you know, beginning to look like a never-ending cycle. And, you know, only we can stop that. Only we can do it. So, you know, so how do you feel? Do you feel optimistic about your future? Like optimistic saying like, do you feel hopeful and, you know, like, you know, excited about, you know, your future with everything going on, all this crazy stuff?
I mean, of course I do because, like, there's always a chance to turn it around, you know? Like, there's always a chance to change something. Right. You know, if it ain't going good, you know, change it. You know, you can't just sit up in your bedroom and just, you know, feel sorry. Mm-hmm. It ain't gonna help.
I know that's right. Definitely. So are you hopeful of your future, you know, with everything that you've been through within the past, you know, couple of years and everything like that? Are you hopeful for your future with everything going on?
I'm very hopeful for my future because I got a lot of things planned, you know, and I can't do that without, you know, having a plan. You know, I have to have a plan to do this, and that. And yeah, I'm very hopeful because I got a lot of things lined up.
Right. So, how do you feel about the new norm? You know, the new norm talking about your, you know, wearing your mask, being 6 feet, can't go to the movies like you wanted to the other day. We could go, was it paintballing? Or go to the anywhere. Is it anywhere that's fun? You know, how do you feel about that now?
It's just stupid, you know? Like, it just hit me out of nowhere, you know? I thought it was just gonna be cool, you know, like extended break, you know? But then, like, everything started shutting down. I was like, oh, dang, this is serious.
You get to go to your prom, or what was that? Yeah.
I did.
Oh, man. Yeah, that's crazy. So how does that affect you? How do you know?
Well, there's nothing to do but, you know, just move on. You know, there'll be other, you know, opportunities. Yeah, it just sucks. Yeah. I know that's what they
sucks.
Say, but it really
Everybody,
does.
all of them said that. Sucks.
It really does.
So, do you feel like being raised by me and your mom played a major part in your life? Or do you think things would be different if it was just me, or it would be different if it was just your mom?
If I didn't have both of y'all, I would have went down the gutter. Like, for real. I don't know where I would be. Like, I'm so glad that I have y'all, you know. Because like, y'all are each other's halves. Like, I've never believed in soulmates until I've seen y'all. It's just crazy.
My baby, she at home. I told her to come here, but she didn't want to come.
Love you, Mom.
She at home resting from work. So, okay, yeah, definitely. So yeah, definitely. You know, I try, like I said, I'm trying to raise my sons the best way, and you know, me and myself, I've only been, you know, what you say, conscious for maybe about 4 years. So, you know, just in that 4 years, you know, I've let them know about, you know, who we are as a people, you know, and that's what we need to do. Because, you know, I think that this has shaped their attitude and their mentality towards life and towards what's going on. Because, you know, you actually taught them that, you know, you were the first people. I've actually showed them, you know, sort of like Hidden Colors and have them listen to, you know, Dr. Claude Anderson and you know, stuff like that. He's, my youngest, he's currently reading now the Black History Reader by Dr. Claude Anderson. You ain't finished it yet. I told him I'm going to give $50 for a book report. He still ain't got it to me yet, but anyway.
I ain't really doing it for the money.
But yeah, he still ain't gave it to me yet. But yeah, I wait on that. But you know, that's what we got to do, fam. You know, don't teach them all this crap that's going on here, because it's you should know it's fake now. You know, all y'all tuning in, you should know that what we learned as kids, and you know me, I'm 38. You know, you should know what they taught us was some lies back then, bro. You know, I'm going back and I did a little research back on it was called Randall Macmillan, and I don't know if people remember that, but that's where a lot of our textbooks were written by. You know, and these dudes were straight Klan members. Randall Macmillan, look him up. But yeah, but that's who we learned all that, and you know, it's just stuff like that even reinforces more that man man, they played us bad, boy. But yeah, just look up Randall Macmillan, y'all look him up. Okay, and so last I want to let you do your plug and you know let them know what you got going on. So let them know what's cracking.
Well, I am a up and coming rapper. You know, I talk about like serious things instead of like, you know, talking about like guns, drugs, girls. You know, it's just that stuff is just stupid to me. You know, like me, I just personally don't like talking about like that stuff. You know, and I actually started rapping because one of my friends had died, and me and him used to freestyle together, and then, you know, we came up with our rap names, and then that's why I keep that rap name, and then, you know, I have to keep it, you know.
Kid baby. No, I'm fine.
But yeah, we used to do a lot of things together. He was like my best friend, and it was just crazy. Yeah. But yeah, Kid Baby, SoundCloud, yeah, Facebook, stuff like that.
All right, yeah. All right, y'all will be on the lookout for Kid Baby. So definitely. Next up, we got our brother Jahi Ashay Mullins, and he's gonna be giving it to y'all. So, brother Jahi.
Peace, family. This is Jahi Ashay X Mullins, co-captain, co-general of the BYLC, the Black Youth Leadership Coalition. We are the youth branch of the Black Liberation Movement stationed in Mississippi. Our headquarters are in Coldwater, Mississippi. Brothers and sisters, I want to talk with you. I don't really have a topic. I just want to talk real with you for these short minutes that we have. Brothers, I speak to my brothers right now. Know your role as the natural protectors of your people. Never be afraid to stand up for your people. Stand for your women, for our children. We must have the mindset that how the black man want respect, but his black woman and black children is not protected. So therefore, we must take the responsibility and the accountability to stand up for our people, but mainly our women, sisters. Know your role as the natural nurturers and the first teachers of the black child. While the woman there's no black man. So therefore, the woman must teach the child, because she is the first teacher. Therefore, sisters, know your role as that natural nurturer and natural teacher. And brothers, remember, never have fear in your heart. You are kings. Sisters, you are queens. Never have fear in your heart. I want to talk real with you. White supremacy hate us. They hate us. And we hate them. But we need to stand strong together as a people. As a black people. As a nation within a nation, we must stand united. Together we are strong as a mighty tree, but separate we are weak as a single tree branch. So brothers, I want to relay this message out to you. You are kings and queens of this world. You are the natural rulers of this world. Therefore, take your place. Take your place as the kings and queens of our communities, our black communities. Have the knowledge of self. Teach your children of who they are. They trying to destroy us through the black woman, through the womb, brothers. So therefore, if they can destroy the womb, they can destroy the black woman. Therefore, if they can destroy the black man, therefore they can destroy the black nation. So brothers, we must protect our women and children by any means necessary. Even those our own brothers who step out of line with our women and children, we must make examples out of them. So therefore, check your homies, check your homeboys, your partners, your friends. If they ever step out of line with our women or our children, you as the king should protect your queen and your child. You must protect the natural trinity, the black man, the black woman, the black child. So brothers, I tell you this, never be afraid. Stand up, fight back, love each other, put the guns down. Let's come together and unite as the mighty tree we are. But separate, we are weak as a single tree branch. They attack individuals, but they fear community. So we must have the mindset of community. We must have a we mindset, not a me mindset. So brothers and sisters, thank you for the opportunity to let me speak. Assalamu alaikum, Hotep, Black Power, and power to the black youth. Peace.
All right, thank you, Brother Jahi. And yeah, fam, I try to, bring our youth into this, but, we got a lot of hardcore stuff going on there. But we're not just all hardcore, fam. We got families, you know what I'm saying? We are, we care about our youth and what's going on, especially here in Denver. We have a lot of, we've had a lot of murders going on here with a lot of our youth. But, I try my hardest to keep them out the way of all that. You know what I'm saying? Because, it's the year of information. It's the age of information, and our people are waking up. But, we still got some people that's on that, you know what I'm saying, that help the Ku Klux Klan shit out. So we got to really focus on us. You know what I'm saying? And it's really a trip that, back in the civil rights days, we were going through way more than that, and we banded together. But now, we're going through almost a little bit more than what they were going through for, and we killing each other, bro. So, we've really got to, has stuff not gone off too crazy for y'all? Do y'all need to, a constant reminder of that we at war? Because, if they killing us and we killing us, there's going to be no more us. So this is our youth edition. Definitely. We're gonna try to do this a little bit more. If we can get them on out, they're gonna come. We're gonna bring out some more knowledge. So thank you, sons. Yes.
Thanks for having us.
All right, next up we got the Mile High Newsers. Stay tuned. All right, yes, that was our youth edition. So yeah, we're gonna try to do that a little bit more. Because we definitely need to know what's happening with our youth. You know what I'm saying? Some of these little dudes out here is doing some crazy stuff, man. Wow. You know what I'm saying? And, we need to really focus on, trying to get them ready. But, like I was saying a couple of months ago, and I got a lot of flack from this, I put on when our brother LeBron James opened up that school. And, he opened it up for the kids, and that's all great. But, my argument and my problem with it was, what's going to happen when them kids come home? You know what I'm saying? You don't just empower the kid, you empower the parents, because the parents empower the kid as well. And, like I said, I got a lot of flack back from that, but, that's what I aim to do with Unity Community. I aim to empower the parents and the children, because what good is a kid trying to be empowered when your parents are sitting up there struggling, about to get thrown out, and you about to be on the streets? You know what I'm saying? What good is empowerment to a father that wants to be a great father to his son, but can't get a job, and you know what I'm saying, is at risk for going to jail because he wants to go commit a felony because he ain't got nothing else to do, but he needs to feed his kids. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, you gotta empower the parents too. In this war that we have on our families. If our parents were empowered, and if our parents were empowered to where they, they want to stay together and actually raise a family. You know what I'm saying? That helps the kids out. It does, and we have to really know that building our families is the key to building communities. You know what I'm saying? So next up, we got our sister Melly Queen. She's going to be speaking about homeschooling and reopening the indoctrination camps. So, Sister Melly Queen.
Thank you, Brother Noble. Peace and power, Black family. Welcome to the Queen's Corner. I would like to say salute to all Black media platforms and our brothers and sisters out here spreading the truth to our people. Thank you. Keep doing that for us. Salute to Brother Noble and his family and team in Colorado with Mile High News and Unity Community. Support, donate. Let's get this Black community we need, family. It's going to take us to do what we need to do, building institutions that are going to be for us. Salute to Sister Bantu Queen Blackbird with Bantu FM Radio. Mile High News is broadcasting there, the Black Panther Corner with General Melly Queen, and we have a lot more revolutionary talk shows in the lineup. African music, African news. This is a station for us people. Let's get connected. We are connected to our family in the motherland. We have to keep this global unity growing. We must do what we have to do. Shout out to my team and family at the Vanguard's Online Academy. Congratulations on your growth. Keep doing what you're doing. We love you, and we are here to support you as always. Family, one thing that we are not going to keep doing, and that's living in these lies, playing games with each other. It's not even a crunch time anymore because all the whoop line, all of the excitement has gone away. But the attacks, the occurrences, the things that are going on, they haven't stopped. Some of us are so conditioned and mindfucked that we are dangerous to each other. We're having too many domestic violence issues, senseless murders in our community. We already know the fight that we have against white supremacy. But we are not going to be able to fight white supremacy killing and fighting each other. We're losing too many soldiers, too many of our children to this fight. We're damaging our own selves. We need to understand that it takes us as a collective, our unity, to get past what we're going through. The madness has to stop. How are we going to pass on liberation, healing to our children if we are not doing it ourselves? I understand that we have been through a lot, but it's time to stop crying and making excuses. We have to do what we got to do to make it better for our future, for the next generations, for our children, our grands, our great-grands to come. You can't keep worrying about what's wrong with you and what's going to happen with you. When you brought these babies into the world, you are not the main focus anymore. Now they're trying to open up these schools and force our children back in them. We have too many black parents, that's mothers and fathers, complaining about having to be parents. It's your responsibility, your duty to raise them, groom them, train them, educate them. Stop looking for your enemy to do that. And then cry and complain when the results are presented each and every time to you right in your face. It's time to make changes. Protect your children. That's your duty as a parent. Get trained. Get armed, family. Make the best decisions that'll be healthy for yourself, your family, and your children. Protect yourselves. It's not over, and it ain't time to be laying down. We love you all. Black power, all power to the people.
That's right, definitely, Sister Melly Queen. You know, when we were, my youngest there, he went to homeschool for his 7th grade year, and you know he didn't like it at all. He just went through it last year too because of the Rona. And you know, I myself want to keep him into it. You know what I'm saying? I want to keep him in to homeschooling. Look at him back there. He like, nah, but you know, it actually might be what's going on. It actually might be what's happening. And you know, I can't really deter him because you know, high school was the shit back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Everybody loved high school, and I can't. You know, he want to get on the little girls around the way and stuff, all like that. So, you know, I can't really knock him, but you know, I'm not going to send him back if he can't go back. And the only reason why he would go back is because, you know, he wants to so bad because he saw his brothers, you know, go and they went to their proms and stuff. So, you know, I can't really knock him. I don't want him to go, but, you know, I'm not going to sacrifice his life for it. You know what I'm saying? And especially if, and you know, they got these kids going to school in big bubbles and stuff. You know, all this shower curtains and stuff going on. So, you know, I'd rather bring them all home and, you know, teach them the right way, which I already do anyway. But, you know, I am a big fan of education, but I'm a bigger fan of the right education. And that's what we got to give our kids. So, you know, shout out to our sister Melly Queen and the Vanguards online. You know, that's what they're trying to do too as well, is teach our kids that don't have the resources to find out about us and you know, study about us. And that's what they're doing. So big shout outs to our sister Melly Queen and what they're doing with the Vanguards Online Academy. And, you know, we love her here. We love you, Sister Melly. Yeah. That's right. So definitely. Next up, we got our brother Sharif. Sharif is on the streets as usual. He's going to be breaking y'all off some of that reef knowledge. So, Brother Sharif.
Peace, family. This is Brother Sharif Alim reporting for the Mile High News. As you may know already, because of the Nick Cannon situation and the situation with some of the professional athletes, black people are not allowed to talk about Jews, Jewish issues, Jewish bad behavior, Jewish history. Whenever this comes up, family, you know what I'm saying, black people are immediately canceled. They are forced to apologize. They are forced to visit museums. Basically, they forced to kiss ass. And I was in a similar situation, man, about 2 years ago. I used to work, or volunteer rather, at KGNU Radio, community radio up in Boulder. I was there for 12 years. And what made that come to an end is I did an interview with a ex-Jewish or ex-Israeli soldier named Gilad Osman, and he was spilling the tea. He was talking about how they treat black people over in Israel. He was talking about how they circumcise black women, Ethiopian women in Israel. He was talking about how the rabbis over there refer to black people as swatzas, basically niggas. And basically, man, how Israel is not a democracy unless you're a white Jew. He also talked about how Jews run Hollywood in the United States. He talked about how Jews ran the media. He talked about how, since black people are an oppressed people in this country, that Jews should listen to people like Minister Farrakhan and others who have been calling them out for the transatlantic slave trade. And because I did that show, it was labeled hate speech, and they threw the anti-Semitism marker on me. The radio station didn't fire me, but they told me that I couldn't talk about it no more. They said I couldn't address that issue no more. It was too controversial, too sensitive. So I quit. After 12 years, I just quit. You know, because rather than have somebody tell me what I can and can't talk about, I was like, fuck that. You know what I'm saying? I'm leaving. But since then, man, I've noticed it's been a whole slew of black people in the media or Hollywood or entertainers or athletes who have spoken some truth about the black-Jewish relations in this country, and they have been censored, silenced. And with Nick Cannon, they took his little Wildin' Out show from him. They was about to take something else from him, and he hurried up and copped a plea and got the kissing ass. And I just want you to know, man, the importance of Mile High News is because I don't have to kiss nobody's ass on this show. I can talk about what I want to talk about because it's by black, for black, and about black. You know what I'm saying? And as black people, man, we can never be ashamed or be in fear of speaking truth to power, especially when that power has injured black folks. Now, I could go down a whole list of atrocities that so-called Jews have committed against us. And if I speak upon that or elaborate on it, you know what I'm saying? I'm censored. I'm called an anti-Semite and so on and so forth. Just this week, this Senator Tom Cotton, he said that slavery was a necessary evil. And you don't hear nobody from the Anti-Defamation League or any of these other Jewish groups that was attacking Nick Cannon saying shit about what he said. And furthermore, family, let's talk about being on code. You know, whenever there's a white racist that says something derogatory towards black people, they can always find 2 or 3 or 4 black coons to get on TV the next day to say, oh, he really ain't racist. And black people need to stop calling theyself niggas and maybe other people. You see what I'm saying? We be all off code. But not one Jewish person has came to the defense of Nick Cannon because they are on code. Not one Jewish person has come to his aid or stood by his side or said, hey, you know something? Nick Cannon's really a good guy. See, that's what it means to be on code. And even these Jewish people out here that want to speak the truth, they stay on code because they don't want to lose their livelihood. They don't want to lose what they got going on. Because the Zionist, Jewish influence and power in our media, in the government, and a lot in finances and a lot of different areas will not allow people to speak the truth. And if you ever want to know who rules over you, just know the people who you are not allowed to criticize. But on this show, we're going to keep it real and we're going to keep the funk burning. Peace, family. This is Sharif Alim reporting for the Mile High News.
Definitely, Brother Sharif. So next up, we got our brother Jesse, aka Brother Che. He's going to be speaking about reparations, and the homeless camps are now illegal. And he's going to be speaking on, of course, Tangibles 2020. Brother Che.
All right, Brother Noble. Thank you to the youth. It's good to see our youth involved with this movement, because this is a movement. It's not just a show. There's a movement that comes with this, and the movement is separation from the status quo, from racism, white supremacy. We want our own. So that's the perfect segue for what I'm going to talk about tonight, which is reparations. Now, due to the new voices of independent black media, we ourselves included, Mile High News, this issue has been brought to the forefront of every politician, every elitist you can name, and now they see we are not playing about our reparations. Now, all these protests and riots going on, coronavirus pops up out of nowhere. I can tell you the reason why, because we are asking for what is rightfully ours. We are demanding it, and it's a debt that is owed to us. So I wanted to rehash and refresh those who are confused about what reparations is. So, according to Webster, which is the white supremacist dictionary, the definition of reparations is making amends for a wrong one has done by paying money to or otherwise helping those who have been wronged. Secondly, the compensation for war damage paid by a defeated state. So what that tells me, family, is we're a nation within a nation. And with this reparations, not only money has to come with it, but land must come with it. We have to separate, family. We have to build our own communities. We've done it before, and we can do it again. And the youth give me hope and promise that we can do it again in a tangible way, not in a symbolic way, but in a tangible way. We can get this done. So I hope that cleared up any confusion on what reparations is. And this is a debt that is owed to us, and that amount is what again? $100 trillion. That's right. For past, present, and future atrocities that have been brought against our people and continue to be brought against our people in this new decade that has been dubbed Tangibles, the year of tangibles. So, family, the 2020 presidential elections are coming up, and foundational black Americans, American descendants of slavery, are going to reject the 50-year-old malign neglect policy that has been implemented by the political system, the Democrats, the Republicans, and can't forget the moderates. This malign neglect policy mandates that black Americans should be ignored and only mentioned in vague and non-specific terms, such as people of color. We get lumped into groups such as minorities, immigrants, people of color, marginalized, etc., and have been this has only hindered the progress of black Americans as a group while providing tangible. Remember last show I broke down the definition of tangibles and symbolism? Well, they are being provided, these other groups are being provided with tangible benefits. So in this election cycle, which is less than 100 days away, Black Americans are going to insist that our needs are specifically met by politicians who are seeking our vote. So the black vote is for sale. And foundational Black Americans, American descendants of slavery, want tangible benefits specifically for us. We do not want trickle-down, secondary benefits that are provided for every group. Every group has not been systematically marginalized and disenfranchised in every area of society as foundational Black Americans, American descendants of slavery. So we refuse to be lumped in with groups who often assist. So they're white supremacist minions that run around talking about we're all in the struggle together and, oh, people of color. No. We're no longer going to be lumped into those groups who assist in the exploitation and disenfranchisement of Black Americans. So I hope that cleared up any confusion as to what Tangibles 2020 is all about and what our goal and our mission should be with this agenda that we are pushing. See, all these agendas are being pushed on us, but we have our own agenda, and that is the Black agenda. And that is specifically for us, Foundation of Black Americans, American descendants of slavery. Everybody else that has descended from slavery, you have your own reparations claim with your colonizer, with your imperialistic nations or nation states. The last thing I wanted to talk about was homeless camps being deemed illegal in the city and county of Denver. Now, they say we only make up 14% of the population. In Denver, we make up about 10% of the population, they say. Because who's really doing the counting?
For real.
And is it factoring in the fact that we supposedly have so many kids running around and you see us everywhere on all the TV, all the mainstream media, you see us. So we have to be more than that. But just hypothetically speaking, 10% of the population, but we make up 40% of the homeless population. That is by design, family, and that is due to ethnic cleansing, otherwise known as gentrification. They want to remove us from our communities. And we say, okay, cool, let's separate. You give us this amount of land, we'll build deuces, we out. And we'll build our own community, and that's what we're doing with Unity Community. And it's also legal to build tiny homes in Walsenburg. It's
coming soon.
That the city of Denver has fought for so long, up until recently. So where I'm going with this family is there is a white vigilante group that has said they're going to have a rally to remove the homeless camps from in front of state property. So the governor, for those that don't know, the governor Polis, he just made an action green lighting homeless encampments that are on state and public property. So some white vigilante, I don't know him from Adam, is having a camp removal, and he's asking his fellow white supremacists to join him in removing what is majority so-called people of color that are unhoused from an area.
Oh, yeah.
Known as Lincoln Park on the other side of Civic Center Park in front of the state capitol. So he's planning this from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. So family, I plan to be there to keep this from happening.
When is that?
This Friday.
Okay.
This Friday, this is going down. And yeah,
good to know.
You're not going to remove us. You have done enough damage as it is. This is why reparations is so crucial, because when we get the money, family, we can buy land, and then we can travel and do whatever that our heart desires. But in the meantime, we have to keep forcing the issue that the Africans that were brought here in enslavement and the descendants of which are dead serious about our tangibles. And we are prepared for the Democratic and the Republican parties to both collapse as a result of it. So, you think we plan, but we're not. We're dead serious. And you think Portland is bad, wait until it happens to a city near you.
Coming.
Thank you.
Definitely.
All right.
Definitely.
All right,
For the church.
here we go. It's all about
Definitely, we gotta stay focused, family. And you know, that's what we're doing all this for. You know, Mile High News isn't just, you know, we just don't want to get on here and start cussing and talking about, you know, we're actually looking for solutions, family. You know, and that's what we need to do here in this crazy 2020. And you know, 2020 has shown us from the first almost 2-3 months that, you know, it's about to be a bumpy ride. You know what I'm saying? If y'all can't tell, you know what I'm saying? Everybody thought it was gonna be 2012 with all this, but 2020, man, it started off crazy. I know, especially for me, you know what I'm saying? In you know, in my life, you know what I'm saying, and what I'm going through, but not just me, just, you know what I'm saying, us. You know what I'm saying? But it was more the same. But you know, anyways, we got our brother in arms, our brother being elected. I'm gonna say elected. He's gonna be elected for the Senate party, the Unity Party for Colorado. Our brother Sekou in Sekou's corner. Brother Sekou.
Well, let the church say amen. I'm in Hotep.
Amen.
What's going on, y'all? What we want to do tonight is, first of all, it was absolutely a pleasure to hear our youth this evening. That was outstanding. And it gives us a visual which I could imagine if I was 15 years old and growing up in a family that was conscious, Jack, where I'd be at today, you know? And not having to sort out all of that confusion and misinformation about my identity, my purpose, and my direction. And from that living example, and there are millions of family units like that functioning not only in America, but all over the world. We are becoming more conscious than ever before, and our youth are getting it earlier than we got it.
Way earlier.
Way earlier.
And that's the solution we're talking about. See, that solution we're talking about because they are more conscious, they are more clear, and they are more committed and optimistically self-determined to make their life meaningful, no matter what. See, and we need that no matter what attitude, not just coming, but already here, so that we can enhance and empower them, and they become the motivational tool for all of us to know it was not in vain. It was not in vain. All the work, all the struggle, all the crying, all the death, all the tears, all the agony, all the pain, it was worth it because look what we got now. See, look at what we got now. See, and now is the time to start looking at what we got working and make that work better. See, and they're going to make it better, and their kids are going to become more conscious. Can you imagine consciousness at this early stage, and then they produce a generation that is more conscious, like at birth? It's on. It's on, Jack. It's on. And so our struggle is generational, and it's eternal. It's eternal. We're going to win. We're going to win this one.
Yes.
And our job is to get it closer to the goal line and then give them the ball for the touchdown, Jack, and say, go get them. Go get them. So what we want to do is we want to talk about, let's keep this thing simple and do the math. So you can't get around 1 + 1 is 2. That's the truth, Jack. Can't get around that. Ain't got nothing to do with you. That's just the way it works. Now, we also know that if you have a +1 plus a -1, they cancel each other out and you end up with 0. See? And then we know that if you have more positive, like a +3 plus a 2, that equals still a positive 1. You got something to work with. You still winning. You still winning. You still winning. So we got to do the math. And what makes it even more outstanding, you can take a negative and turn it into a positive if you multiply it. A -2 times a -2 will give you a +4, which means it becomes so outrageous and so crazy that you decide to make it positive by doing something totally different. And it's the pain of the negative being multiplied that makes it so outstanding that you can't stand it no more, and enough is enough. So we do the math, and we do the logic, and keep it simple. Our emotions and our feelings become an energy force that power us up to get the job done, no matter how we feel. No matter what we're thinking, we got to go to work and do it. See? Because we ain't got no other choices. Now, do or die. And that's where we at today. See? We either do it or we die. Ain't no more trying. Ain't no more lying. Ain't no more excuses. You got to get over whatever it was that you was into. Step out of that. And even when you hit the bottom, use the bottom as a springboard to take you to the top, Jack. It's like swimming. When you dive off that board and you hit the bottom of the pool, you bounce back up and get back up where the air is, Jack, because you can't stay down there. You can't stay down there or you'll drown. You'll drown. So it's our burning desire to thrive, to make it work, is what keeps us in the game. What keeps us in the game. See? And that's where our faith is, that we can do it no matter what. And with an undying love, there is no such thing about what we can't do. We can get it done. And that's that force that gets us there. And so we're moving now for a united front of undying, no matter what, love. We are down for what we are down for. And other folks are down for what they down for. The issue is, I don't know what you're doing, so how am I going to support that? And so the United Front gives us a clearinghouse where we can share ideas and mutual support. So even if you ain't down for the separation, maybe you down for the infiltration. See? That some folks call or want to be known as the integration. All right? But who want to integrate with the devil? Now, I don't mind going to hell. You dig what I'm saying? And going heads up with the devil, but I'm not committed to staying down there. You know what I'm saying? No, but I'm going to come get you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and lock you down with some ice cubes. You know what I'm saying? And cool you out, boy. You know what I'm saying? Because you much too serious about being about nothing. And so there's a lot going down, as is, and use and stick with the logic. See? Sometimes it's hard to get there, but you got to get there. Do the math and ask yourself, what is really going on? Is this a 1 + 1? A minus plus a negative? A 2-time double up on the negative so we can get to the positive? But you got to get a formula for success. So stick with the math. That's where the truth is. And it's objective, and it's true not some of the time, but it's true all the time. So now do what you do. But now it's on you. Either get with the math, the 1, 2, 3s and the ABCs, or go through the jibber jab and the whoopty wops and the intellectual masturbation that won't build no nation. And that's all I got.
That's right. That's right. Definitely, fam. So, we if y'all can see from my high news, fam, y'all can see that we're trying to bring it. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to bring it to y'all.
We're not trying. We are bringing it to you.
That's right. We are bringing it to you real. And you know what I'm saying? I want y'all to really sit back and think like me for a minute and think about how we're going to empower ourselves. You know? Because we can't do nothing without power, fam. You know? we can't do nothing without resources and tools to make us better as a people. So, you know, that's some homework for this week. Y'all do that. Yeah, really sit back and think, how are we going to empower ourselves? So just like we did with the Hidden Color 5, like y'all saw, you know, we are trying to bring solutions to our community, you know? And when that happens, we ain't even got to be up here. I don't even got to do this. You know? I can sit back and bask in our greatness. You know what I'm saying?
There you go.
But until that happens, we need this info that we deserve more, family. We deserve more than what we're getting as a people. You know?
For real.
So, thank y'all for tuning in. This is episode 37, our youth edition. Please like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you do that, we can reach more people and we can really get this truth out. Please support our sister Bantu with Bantu FM Live show, the African radio network that we are on. And we really appreciate our sister out there, you know, getting in for us. And, you know, letting this truth be told nationwide, because, you know, a lot of people out there, even in Africa, they think it's all, you know, good and gravy for us out here. You know, even when the George Floyd stuff is happening, they're finally getting a small little taste of what we've been seeing for years, family. I know I've been. And I know my kids have seen it. You know? So, that's what we are here for, fam. We are here for black empowerment. So y'all tune in next week. We will have our live show. Holler at us. We'll be there hollering at the fam as usual. Yeah, come on, talk to us.
Right.
Don't nobody want to talk to us. You want to sit there just listening to us. We want to holler at y'all. Y'all are the reason why we're doing all this. So, you know, holler at your fam. We'll be live. And as always, peace, love, and black empowerment.
Ready for the revolution every day, all the time.
That's right. We'll see y'all next week.
That way you ain't got to get ready.
Peace.
Peace.